This year, Engine 3, for the month of September, put on another wrap for Autism Awareness. Well, I think for a couple reasons. One, it's to bring awareness that 1 in 42 children in the United States are diagnosed with autism, and this is a widespread disorder that continues to grow in numbers. And number two, it's a personal thing because my son also has autism as well. At 2 years old, we noticed that he was not speaking. He wasn't progressing the way that we thought that he should. So we had him tested and came to find out at 2.5 years old he was diagnosed with, at that time it was called PDD, which is a pervasive developmental disorder, which now falls under the autism umbrella. And we diagnosed him at 2.5, and ever since then we've been working at trying to help him progress in school and in society and within the family. And currently right now he's 12 years old, he's in 6th grade, and he is doing incredible. We're very, very proud of him. So the puzzle piece is kind of the international sign for autism, just that there's a lot of pieces that go together with autism, and the disorder is so widespread, there's so many different characteristics that children can have, that it's really kind of a puzzle of how it all goes together and how those children represent. Well, I think wrapping the engine brings, one, an awareness to the community. The fire trucks are always out, whether they're on calls or they're doing building inspections or they're going to the grocery store, and I just think it's a great visual aspect that people get to see. Everybody's always looking at fire trucks and are amazed with fire trucks, so I think it's a great awareness tool to bring out for the Autism Month. Yeah, so training for the month of September, we're going to try to put together just a educational, informational training for all the crews to be able to, what is autism? What does it look like? How does it react? How different it is for everybody? What to do when we encounter that to help maybe de-escalate the situation or help that individual with the emergency situation that they're going into. And then we also want to supply some resources for them so that in case there is somebody that isn't sure if a family member may have a disorder or a neighbor may have a disorder, that they can take these resources home as well and maybe use those so that we can get an early diagnosis. You know, we get a lot of feedback daily when the fire trucks are going around. A lot of kids are waving and even parents are waving, and they always kind of take a look, but this one seems to draw a little bit extra attention. I think a lot of people have somebody, either a friend or a family member or a neighbor that has some sort of developmental disability, and I think as this one rolls around, not only are they looking at the fire truck, but they're looking at the wrap, and for those people that deal with this on a daily basis or know somebody on a daily basis that has this, it just kind of draws them a little bit closer to the fire truck, a little bit closer to the community. Personally, the Autism Wrap draws my community together. I have a community at home with family, and I have a community here at the firehouse. And a lot of people at this fire department have been there for me as a sounding board to listen to me and the struggles and the concerns and the fears that I have with having an autistic child. And this brings that together as a support network.